just got home from doing some errands. I picked up some groceries, so I thought I would really quickly show you guys what I picked up today. I don't know how my grocery hauls, like the full video grocery hauls, get to be like 30 minutes. There's Dex coming to say hello. But my Costco haul was like almost half an hour, so I really need to speed it up. So I got some of these Stone Mill slow crafted bagels. These are the truly original chia super grain bagels, so I picked up those. I'm gonna make some red lentil and carrot soup today, so I picked up a jar of diced tomatoes to throw in there, and then 2 things of organic vegetable broth. I also got a couple of these instant ramen noodles, which I'm gonna talk about in another video for this week, so stay tuned for that. I grabbed my favorite veggie burgers, which are these Soul Cuisine chickpea sweet potato burgers. For the burgers, I picked up my favorite vegan sliced cheese, which is the Earth Island, or I believe in the States it's called Follow Your Heart, but here in Canada it's called Earth Island. This is the mozzarella style slices. I got a little bottle of the Neal Brothers extremely tasty barbecue sauce. That's the classic barbecue flavor. I like to eat those with the Gardein crispy tenders, so I'm gonna make those later this week. So I grabbed a thing of that. I also got this Casbah instant rainbow quinoa. So this is ready to eat. It's pre-cooked. This is something that I would typically, of course, cook my own of, but these are pre-packaged and ready to eat. So those are great in a pinch. If you don't have food ready, but you want something clean and healthy, I really like these. I also grabbed these 2 bottles of kombucha. This is by a brand that I have not seen before. So that's the Clearly Kombucha brand. I've never seen that before. I got those in the flavor raspberry ginger and black currant, so I'm pretty excited to try those. Another drink that I've never seen before at my grocery stores, it must be fairly new, are these probiotic cold pressed juices. So I think they're cold pressed juice, but on the ingredients here, you guys probably can't see it on the video because it's so small, but it says that there's brewed tea in them as well. So I don't know if it's like a kombucha cold pressed juice hybrid, but there's probiotics in there, which I absolutely love including in my diet, so I grabbed those. I also grabbed this container of the Wild Brine red beet and cabbage sauerkraut salad. So I've mentioned that in a video before. This small jar is normally like $9. It was on sale today at the grocery store, so I grabbed it. This is really similar to the one that I get at Costco in the really big jar, which I'm gonna grab tomorrow, but that was a good price, so I grabbed that. Gardein crispy tenders at the back there. Another new item that I've never tried is this Vega maca chocolate bar. So this it says on the front here 400 milligrams of maca per bar. I love chocolate, so I thought, well, that's like sort of like a healthier chocolate option, so I'm excited to try that out. I also grabbed another bag of my absolute #1 favorite coffee, which I mentioned this morning. So this is the full bean ethical bean coffee in the super dark French roast. I love that. Got a box of baby spinach, gonna do some green smoothies later today. I got a cauliflower, got some bananas, got a bag of carrots to make my red lentil and carrot soup with. I have a red onion there, some avocados, got some celery, I have some broccoli crowns at the back. Got a cucumber, which was on sale, was super cheap. And then I got some little presents for my kitty cat, my little guy Dexter. I got him 2 little organic catgrass plants. He loves these, and we were growing our own for a few weeks there, and he really, really liked them, but then they kind of dried out and died, so I had been meaning to plant him a new little crop of catgrass, but these were on sale. They were only like $1, I think, for each one, and I have a little planter to pop them into, so I thought, oh, well, at least these are already nice and grown for him. He won't have to wait. And then I grabbed him these little catnip fish, because when we give him toys, he literally like ruins them after seriously like 10 minutes of playing with them. So he goes through a ton of these little toys, and we have to like watch him like a hawk when he plays with them, so he doesn't swallow any of them, because he's like a dog. He just shreds them the minute we give them to him. I'm gonna go ahead and make my carrot and red lentil soup. So I will check in with you guys in a few hours when my cooking's all done, and I'll show you what I'm eating for the rest of the day. just in the process of making my red lentil and carrot soup. So I have the base of the soup on the stovetop here. I'm just waiting for it to boil. So what I have in there is some sauteed onion, carrots, and celery. And then I threw in a can of diced tomatoes and a carton of organic vegetable broth. And I'm just waiting to bring that to a boil. And then there's my red lentils. So I'm gonna be adding about a cup and a half of those because I want my soup to be really thick. And then when it's all done cooking, I'm gonna throw in a couple hands of spinach just to get in some extra greens. And then while that cooks, I'm gonna start prepping to make my red cabbage salad. So what I have for that is some green onions, some carrots, and my red cabbage. And I think I'm gonna actually use my spiral cutter on the carrots to make that. So I'm gonna wait for all of that good stuff to cook. That's what's gonna be my lunch. So I just sat down. I'm going to have my lunch now. It's about 2:30 in the afternoon, which puts me at almost a full 16-hour fast. My final meal of the day last night was at around 11 o'clock at night. So normally on training days, I will try to do a 14-hour fast, but I was running around this morning and doing this cooking, so just the way that things worked out, I'm gonna be at about a 16-hour fast. So I'm breaking my fast today with this homemade red lentil and carrot soup, and then of course I made the red cabbage salad as well. And I also opened one of these new little drinks that I got to try out. So this is the orange, carrot, and turmeric one. And I'm curious about these. It doesn't say anywhere on it that it's kombucha. It doesn't say that it's just cold pressed juice. So this contains a bunch of different things. There's a yerba mate brew in there, which I believe is a type of tea. And then it has the juice extracts. It looks like it's sweetened with a little bit of agave nectar. And it also has probiotics added to it, which I'm excited about. So I opened that already and I gave it a try, and it has a really nice mild flavor. Like it almost tastes like a lemonade. So that's really good. And then I have my soup and my salad, so I'm gonna sit and have that. Just finished up my lunch. The soup and salad were both so good. Those recipes really turned out great. So if you're interested in seeing those, I'm gonna post the written recipes up on Facebook later this week. But I mentioned in the grocery haul portion of this video that I picked up this Vega Maca chocolate bar, and I just cracked it open and ate a little piece of it there, and this was surprisingly really, really good. I don't know what I was expecting. Like, I think I thought it was gonna be a little bit more bitter, but it was a really rich, nice tasting dark chocolate, and then you're getting the benefits of the maca root in the chocolate bar. So I just had a little piece of that, and I'm still working on my probiotic drink here. I actually really enjoy this too. It tastes like lemonade to me. Like, it tastes like a really light lemonade, so I'm really impressed by that. I enjoyed it a lot, and I got a little bit left there, so I'm gonna have that as a little snack, and then I'm probably going to go start working on my homework. If you guys didn't know already, if I haven't mentioned it already, I am taking a program in holistic nutrition. So I'm almost done the course. It was something I started a couple of years ago, and then I took a little hiatus from it for a while, and now I'm picking it back up, and I'm hoping that I will finish it before next summer. So I've got about another year to go, but I'm really enjoying it so far. I'm learning a lot, and I'm hoping it'll come in handy for some of the things that I'm going to talk about on my channel. So I'm gonna go do some homework and relax with Dexter. He's chilling out over there on the nest chair, as we call it. So I'm gonna get my laptop and my school books. I'm gonna go hang out with him and work on school for a few hours before I make dinner and head off to the gym. I'm back and it's dinner time, and this is what I'm having, so I'm super excited to eat this. This is one of my absolute favorite vegan meals. It's super high in plant-based protein. It's very filling and satisfying, and it's one of my absolute favorites. It's super easy to prepare as well, and of course that is a vegan burrito. I just haven't quite rolled it up yet. I just wanted to show you guys before I actually roll it up. So this one is pretty basic. What I have in there is, I don't know how well you can really see it because there's so much stuff layered in there. So on the bottom I have a layer of the plain Eve's veggie grounds. I think it's, is it round ground or ground round? I always get them backwards. words, but that's what I have on the bottom. I mix that also with a little bit of black beans, so I have some black beans in there, and then I put sliced avocado, diced red onions, I grated some vegan cheddar cheese onto the top, and then I topped it with some habanero salsa. So this is the salsa that I use. It's pretty spicy. It's a habanero pepper salsa. It's really good. I topped my burrito with that, and what I'm gonna do is roll this up, and then I'm gonna bake the tortilla on my griddle to make it nice and crispy on the outside. Now what I'm doing is toasting the outside of the tortilla on my griddle here, and that makes it nice and crispy. There's the other side of the burrito getting nice and toasty, so you just want to get each side of the burrito about like that. You want it to just be sort of golden brown. Just be careful that you're not doing this on too high of a heat. You don't want it to burn, and the tortilla will crisp up fairly quickly before the inside gets like nice and warm and hot. So just do it really slowly and then take it off the heat when it gets nice and brown like that. So there is my vegan burrito in its final form. I'm gonna sit down and enjoy that in just a minute here. And I also opened one of those new kombuchas that I mentioned earlier. So this is the Clearly Kombucha brand, which is a new brand that I've never seen before. And this one is in the black currant flavor, so I opened it already and took a couple sips, and I absolutely love it. I've had like black currant candy and things like that before, and I've always really loved the flavor of it. So I'm really excited to see that I can get it in a kombucha now, because I love the flavor of black currant. The other thing I just quickly want to mention before I end this clip here is that I've shown 2 probiotic drinks today. I can usually get away with eating a lot of fermented food, a lot of probiotic rich food, and my digestion and my gut seems to agree with it. I've never had problems, but you'll notice on some kombuchas and some fermented food labels that you shouldn't over consume it. So just be careful with that. If it's something that's new to your diet and you're starting to eat more live foods that contain probiotics, enzymes, just kind of go at it slow. You don't want to eat too much of that in one day, because sometimes it can actually have the opposite effect, and it can maybe upset your stomach a little bit or mess with your digestion until you're a little more used to it. So just be careful about that. But anyway, that's my dinner. I'm gonna go sit and have that, and then I'm gonna chill out before I head off to the gym. We're getting down to the end of the day here. It is about 8:15 p.m. and I'm just about to make my pre-workout drink. I usually aim to get to the gym for about 9 or 9:30, and I'll take my pre-workout about 45 minutes before that. So the pre-workout that I've been taking lately is this Body Logic's natural pre-workout. It says explosive energy. This one contains 1,500 milligrams of beta-alanine, 150 milligrams of caffeine, and 1,000 milligrams of creatine. So I love that this has the caffeine and creatine in it, because sometimes I will take creatine separately, but the one that I have is really grainy. Like, it doesn't dissolve in liquid at all, so it like honestly tastes like you're drinking a cup of sand and water. So I really like that pre-workout because it has the caffeine as well as the creatine. And then something that I picked up fairly recently, like within the last couple weeks or so, is this organic MCT oil. This is something that I've been doing a little bit of research about since I started doing intermittent fasting. MCT oil is a medium chain triglyceride fat that comes from coconut oil. And I know a lot of people in the keto community, the intermittent fasting community, like to take this in their coffee, but I've also seen people take this as a pre-workout because it's supposed to be really great for boosting energy, boosting mental clarity. So I've been kind of trying that out, but from my understanding, it sounds like you will reap the benefits of MCT oil if your body is in a state of ketosis or a fat burning state. So I wouldn't be today, or actually most days. I do the intermittent fasting, but I don't severely restrict carbohydrates. So I kind of grabbed this on a whim. I'm still doing a little bit of research about it. I'm not exactly sure if it's something that's going to benefit me if I'm not always in a state of ketosis. So I don't know if any of you guys are doing the intermittent fasting or if you follow a ketogenic diet. So if you know anything about taking MCT oil, or if you have in the past, I'd love to hear about it. I'd love to start a little bit of a conversation about it. This is something that I'm currently researching and incorporating into my pre-workout routine. So I'm going to take that stuff. I'm going to head off to the gym. I'm doing a lower body training session today. which is going to be squats, sumo deadlifts, Bulgarian split squats, and probably leg press. So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do some ab exercises, and then I'm gonna come home and have my post-workout shake. I just got back from the gym. It is 11 o'clock at night, so I'm gonna have my very final meal slash snack of the day, which is just my post-workout shake. I had a pretty quick workout. I'm not feeling super hungry, so I'm just gonna mix some of my Vega Sport Performance protein. This is the chocolate one. I'm just gonna shake that up with a bit of water, ice, and soy milk. I wanted to train legs tonight, which is usually a much more tiring sort of workout for me. So sometimes I come home and I'm like ravenous after I do legs, but the gym was like honestly packed tonight. I couldn't get near any of the good equipment. So I just did a really quick like free weight based shoulder routine. This is my favorite protein powder. It has 30 grams of protein per scoop, 6 grams BCAAs, and 6 grams of glutamine. And that's pretty much it for today's video. So thanks so much for watching. If you're interested in seeing some of the recipes that I talked about earlier, they're gonna go up on my Facebook page, which I will leave a link for in the description box below this video. And that's about it. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Have a good night.